So there you go, that is our sardine and broccoli crustless quiche made. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today a fantastic, tasty, good for you, really good for you actually. We're going to make a sardine and broccoli crustless quiche. Come on, pan, want some butter? Of course we do, we always cook with butter, don't we? Want some butter in there, boom, flame on. And we are going to saute onions and garlic, and we're going to take them out. It's nice and steady. Just grease out that bottom there, and in there with those onions. Just start the onions off, and then we're going to throw in some garlic. Now the usual, a little bit of salt, just help bring out that moisture of the onions. Nice and steady. Now it only takes about a minute, you know, to get a nice soft onion. If you put a bit of tinge on there, it doesn't matter, you know, we're not bothered about that. It's actually going inside the quiche, so it doesn't matter. There's no other way that you're going to get a tinge on there. Okay, in there, that garlic. Now garlic is optional. I know some people say garlic isn't optional, but you know, people don't like it. I love it. That'll do. And nicely softened. You got a slight little bit of tinge on there. That's super. Back in your bowl without chucking it all over the cooker. There you go. Right, we're going to use the same pan for the next bit too. I don't see the point in changing pans. In there. So, boiling, oh, it's just boiling water straight out of the kettle, as you can see. Just bring that up to the boil, and we're going to blanch our broccoli in there. So, in there with our broccoli florets, look, nicely chopped up, just to make it quicker. Don't worry about it, it'll come up back up to the boil. Now, we're using tinned sardines in tomato sauce. That's going to give us a nice little flavour inside our crustless quiche. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Nice and moist too. Now you can take these out and you can stick them in ice cold water when you've had your 2 or 3 minutes. Is it worth it? No, not for this recipe. It's up to you. Now make sure your oven's on at about 180. Okay, that will do. We want a little bit of crunch in this, you know, we don't want it all turning into mush. So we just drain the broccoli. There we go, we got broccoli sat there draining. So we've kept a fairly clean pan there. Right, we want to make up a custard. Okay, got our eggs in there. Going in there with some salt. Going in there with some black pepper. Salt and pepper to taste, as usual. Going in there with some nutmeg. Just a little pinch, just to give it an underlying delicious warming flavour. We're going to give that just a quick little beat round. And what we have to do is take the sardines out of the tin, because I actually want to put some juice in here before we actually cook with it. We've got a bowl there, look, and we've got these sardines in tomato sauce. Now we want to keep them covered in tomato sauce, but we don't want all that tomato sauce there. Okay, because we want to give these a little mashing. And obviously with this type of mackerel, you can eat the bones. It's entirely up to you whether you want to take the bones out. What we want is all the fish. We want that tomato sauce in there. We're probably going to use the tomato sauce from 1 can, because these are only small cans. So get that mackerel out. Fabulous. What a delicious quiche this is going to be. Of course you can do this with tuna, and it was going to be tuna to start off with, but I want a bit more goodness, so we're having the mackerel. Right, we want to flake this. Okay, just flake it. Don't mash it, just squash it up like that with a fork, and then it flakes. Now you can mash and mash if you want, obviously, but we want bits of mackerel in our quiche. Of course we do. There you go. Back to our custard. Okay, so we've given that a mix. We're going in there with our cream. We're going in there with our milk. And now we've got this custard forming. Fantastic. Okay, and now we're going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of that tomato sauce from those sardines. And that's going to give us a nice richness inside our custard. Give that a little whiz round. There's actually no reason why you can't put both tins in if you want. That's up to you. Right, we need to put this together. Grab yourself a tray on there with the dish that you're going to use. This is about a 9-inch dish. Got a little bit of butter. Just going to whack that round there. Nice and straightforward, isn't it? Leave that butter in there, look. In there. Broccoli. Now, if you want it to be a sneaky one, take out a couple of little bits of broccoli that you've blanched, and we can put them on the top. Right, we want to go in there with our sardine. Make sure you evenly space it out. We all want to get some. That looks fabulous. I'm going to take out onions. They're going to find their own way in there, look. You know, this is how to make an absolutely delicious crustless quiche. Full of goodness, fantastic flavour, and you can put any herb seasoning, anything you want in there. When I go on there with some cheese, a light layering, so it actually sinks in. I want to save a little bit for the top. Okay, and we want to take our custard on there. Nice and gently, it'll find its own way to the bottom. On there with the rest of that cheese. Nice and steady. Okay, and we're just going to stick that in the oven 30-35 minutes on 180. Come on. Okay, when you've got a lovely colour on there and it smells fabulous in here, it's ready. Let's get it out. Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, look. Look at that beautiful crustless quiche. That has really got to cool down. It could sink, we don't know. Just how it goes. Let it cool down, and then we're going to put those little bits of broccoli on there, fancy it up a bit, and cut a slice. Just let it to go cold. In here. Oh yeah. In here. Get a nice plate of salad. Serve it up with. Oh yes, please. Oh, on there. Come on, a little bit of that on there. Let's push it up a bit, eh? Come on. So there you go, that is our sardine and broccoli crustless quiche made. Come on, you know we can't wait. We're going in here. Oh, look at all that mackerel there. Oh yeah. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Look at that for a healthy dinner. Oh yeah. That is truly fantastic. What a flavour combination there. Now I'm eating this and it should be cold really. Go cool. When it goes cool, it sets up an awful lot better. This is still very, very warm. Looking forward to it cold. Cold with some chips. Oh, and a little bit of salad, obviously. That is absolutely fantastic. Really easy, quick to come together. Really healthy. A couple of cans of mackerel. How good is that? If you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make a sardine and broccoli crustless quiche. And if you do like what we're doing, a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. That is fabulous. Better eat some salad.